Good evening, VV Nation. My name is Ryan. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having a great day today. The market's marching higher. I see the NASDAQ notching another intraday high today. Now, there's a space, seeing a lot of momentum in this space, and one stock in particular is on fire. It's up another 13% as we speak, as a potential major policy shift going forward. The president, the Trump administration, making an announcement earlier today to reclassify marijuana. This could potentially make it a Schedule 3 narcotic instead of a Schedule 1, which opens up the gateway for a lot of consumer and medical applications nationwide. Now, there is no bill in place, but you can see just this announcement alone is getting investors enthused when it comes to cannabis stocks. So tonight's presentation, I'm going to take a look at one hot stock in particular, one that's showing a lot of momentum to the upside off of this news, being Tilray. This is a company that's been out just a few years and has become a major home for retail investors when it comes to marijuana and cannabis stocks. So tonight's presentation, we're going to break down Tilray, take a look at a couple articles, and something fascinating, a new venture for Tilray going forward, showing the company's unique ability to adapt and grow as this industry evolves going forward. In addition, we're going to take a look at some of Tilray's major competitors. We're going to jump into the VectorVest 7 software and see how these stocks match up when we utilize the powerful VectorVest 7 proprietary indicators. So if this is something that you're interested in, stick around and let's get started. All right, big event coming up. We got the Las Vegas 2-day investment seminar coming September 20th, 21st, 2025. You can achieve the VIP experience in person. Just go to vectorvest.com/Vegas to register now. First article up, potential shift in marijuana policy. So this is what started it all. Earlier today, Tilray shares surged after Trump hinted at marijuana reclassification, boosting the cannabis sector, but risk remain for non-US companies. Now, Tilray is based out of New York City. As I continue to scroll down, really good article here. This is one thing I definitely want investors to know. When it comes to marijuana stocks in general, these are very news-driven and very legislative-driven stocks. So what investors need to know about Tilray. Tilray shares jumped sharply in double digits due to recent political news, right? Trump making the announcement. The potential reclassification of marijuana may ease research restrictions. Investors should be cautious as immediate benefits for non-U.S. operations may be limited, right? This is only going to affect U.S. operations. They do operate outside the U.S. into New Zealand, Australia, Canada, other countries as well, but their largest market is still the United States. Valuation in cannabis industry are still below the highs of 2021. We're going to take a look at the industry chart. This industry has been under immense pressure over the last few years and has clearly been trending down. So any type of position in some of these marijuana stocks, in my opinion, should be short-lived. Take your profits and run. So this is what it's all about. Trump looking at reclassification of marijuana as less dangerous drug. Why it matters. Rescheduling could be a big step towards allowing the interstate trade of cannabis and would allow cannabis companies to deduct business expenses on their taxes, which would particularly help dispensaries that typically operate on very tight margins. On top of that, it would end cannabis research restriction. So last thing I want to talk about are some of the competitors when it comes to Tilray. See, we got Aurora Cannabis, right? Some of these names are coming back. Canopy Growth. I haven't heard of a lot of these stocks in quite some time. Here's another one, Sundial. This was a huge retail traded company just a few years ago. So let's go ahead and jump in the VectorVest 7 software and see how some of these stocks match up when it comes to Tilray. All right, we're in the VectorVest 7 system. Now, these stocks are ranked by VST. This is our master indicator. Of the three columns before, we got relative value, fundamental indicator, looking at long-term price appreciation potential. RS, relative safety, indicator of risk, also another fundamental indicator. And last but not least, we have our technical indicator, RT, or relative timing, just looking at the short-term price trend. Now, these indicators on a 0 to 2 scale, above 1 is favorable, below 1 is unfavorable. It's an oscillator, so the further you get away from one speaks to the magnitude of that favor. Now, looking at the stocks here, they're all in positive territory today. It looks like Tilray giving up some of that 15% here, up about 8% right now. But look, second place, we got curaleaf at the top here at 5%. So with this stock at the top of the list, this is the stock with the best combination of value, safety, and timing. And we do have our valuation here. It's not the same as RV. It's just what we currently feel the stock is worth. Not getting much value in the space. If we look at curaleaf here, coming in at $2.89, we currently value the stock at 99 cents. Aurora coming at $5.28. Undervalued, we value the company at $7.27, so you can find some value here with this position. We've got Sundial here coming about $2. We value at $1.51. Tilray trading about $1 right now. We value the company at just 56 cents. And then in addition, we do have Cannabis growth here coming in at $1.60. We value the company at $1.41. So if you want value with these positions, aim for Aurora. On top of that, if you look at RV, it's the only stock with a favorable RV rating. As far as safety, you're not getting safety. You're not getting much safety when it comes to healthcare marijuana stocks. All the RSs are below 1 right now. Aurora and Sundial have the highest RS ratings of the batch, though, at just 0.7. Now, the technicals, that's why these stocks are on my radar. RTs are all above 1, showing momentum for the bulls right now. 2 out of the 5 stocks currently have a buy rating. So with that information in hand, with poor fundamentals here, and majority of these earning growth rates in negative territory, this is a very speculative place, and trade them accordingly to help capture that momentum. So let's go ahead and jump at the charts to see if there's any trade setups potentially happening. All right, first up was we got curaleaf. It looks like a cup and handle. We're coming up the wall of the other side of that cup right now. We do have a fresh buy rating on this position. Overextended from the 20-day EMA, so I'm not in a position to say jump in it right at this second. But look at the forecasted data, all in the decline and all negative. So again, treat this stock like a momentum play. You could even use the star search layout within the VectorVest 7 system, help capture momentum here with those Bollinger Bands. Here's Aurora Cannabis. I do like the stock being undervalued. Here's the green line or valuation here, but the stock price still showing mostly momentum to the downside. That's why I'm saying these stocks are very volatile. A lot of quick moves, but short-lived. So don't be afraid to take profits when it comes to these positions. Maybe use tighter moving averages, such as a 3 and 8 day exponential moving average. Now, as far as this company, this is about the best forecasted data in the batch of stocks here. We've got 22% earnings growth rate, 16% sales growth rate, rising for the most part here over the last year as well. Look at the earnings per share. This is our leading 12-month forecasted earnings per share EPS report. Went from negative 12 months ago to now positive territory in about 20 cents of EPS. Here's Sundial, was undervalued, so I had some value opportunities here, but look at valuation declining. We value the stock now just at $1.51, currently overvalued, trading at $2, a little overextended. The bulls losing momentum as of today. Now the forecasted data here, negative 5%, 6% for sales growth rate. Earnings per share is negative. So once again, treat these like momentum trades. Now here's Tilray, overvalued, and I do have a resistance line here at $1.48 as well. I do want to show you that we do have a layout here called Star Search. This layout helps capture momentum. Now with this layout, we do utilize Bollinger Bands here, standard deviation of 1 and standard deviation of 3. Creates like a highway here. You see momentum captured in that highway in the same scenario now, but a little overextended. You can see it. You can see the price action past the standard deviation of 3 Bollinger Bands. So it's coming back to that right now. Now the next stock we've got is Canopy Growth. Again, a lot of momentum to the upside right now. Price action is in the fast lane with Star Search. DPOs in positive territory, getting a little bit of resistance at this prior swing high. So I want to, with price action now pulling back closer to session lows at $1.59. So you can see a lot of these stocks showing momentum right after the break of this news. Now, Trump did say he's going to address this in the upcoming week. So I just have a feeling if news evolves, if legislation comes out of this, these stocks here, including Tilray, which looks really good right now, could drive them to even higher highs. So if you're a high momentum trader, more speculative trader, these stocks might just need to be on your radar over the next few months as we find out more about the legislation to reclassify marijuana. Now, if you found this video useful, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow evening. Till the next one. Bye. By an overwhelming demand, I wanted to give you an update on Glenn as he recovers from his stroke back in June. He is in rehabilitation right now, regaining his strength. Glenn is a fighter. VectorVest has teamed up with his family to put together a GoFundMe account since there's been an overwhelming demand on how people can assist and help Glenn and his family during this time. If you wish to help, just go to www.vectorvest.com/Glenn.